everyone, I'll talk about the chain rule today. Firstly, I'd like to start with a question. How do we differentiate the composition of the two functions? Before we are dealing with the question, we are firstly to understand what is a composition of two functions. Here's an example. Give two functions, 7th power. The composition of the two functions could be hx or hu. So generally what happens here, hx, is we plug the function fx into gu. So we get hx, this function. Don't forget a question, how to differentiate the function of the composition of two functions. If we use the traditional way, we just time the fx function for 7 times, and that will be way too messy and complicated for us. However, we have the chain rule. How to deal with this kind of problem? We'll have to rely on the tool of the chain rule. That will simplify the process a lot and make it much easier. So if we apply the chain rule into this problem, basically we do chain rule for 2 steps. The first step is take the derivative of the inside function times the derivative of the outside function. So the derivative of inside function using the power rule, that will be, now we get the derivative of the inside function. We are almost finishing the half of it. Then what we need to do is to time the derivative of the outside function, which is 7 times x to 4th power plus 5. So the inside function now stays the same. What we do is consider this inside function, this part, as a variable. We're not finishing to 6th power. So we get an answer. We know that this is a composition of two functions. We can apply the chain rule directly to deal with this problem. So h prime x equals, we firstly take the derivative of the inside function, which is cosine x. Then we time the derivative of the outside function, which is itself into sine x. And now we are facing with a more complicated example, which is the composition of 3 functions. For this problem, the strategy is apply the chain rule into this problem for 2 times, which is prime x hx equals here we come to the definition of the chain rule. If f is differentiable at x, g is differentiable at fx, then we get a result. The composition function g fx is differentiable at x, and g prime fx equals f prime x times g prime fx, which is the derivative of a composition function equals the derivative of the inside function times the derivative of the outside function. And pay attention to fx here. This little part, we can consider it as a variable. It stays the same during the process of calculating.